I want to hear your top line thoughts on this verdict. Do you think the jury got this right?
Well, it's very interesting. I listened to Jonathan Turley, and I just listened to Ted Williams, and I must tell you, I was stunned at the verdict. It is the kind of verdict that none of us really expected, especially the top count of manslaughter in the first degree. This woman clearly didn't intend to cause any harm to Daunte Wright. But we know what the law is, and the law talks about recklessness and culpable negligence. She was negligent. There's no question about it. But I think in this case, unlike a lot of other cases, the shock that she displayed, both at the time that right after she realized she shot him, and even before when she says taser, 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 indicates that, her mind is not really connected with what she's doing. And I think that in the four corners of a courtroom, when the jury looks at the difference between a taser and a real gun, they're going to say, well, how could she get those two mixed up? So legally, based on the law, the decision was correct based on the four corners and what was going on in that courtroom. Well, now, of course, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, Kim Potter, as you point out, showed a lot of incredible amount of remorse on the stand. She reportedly showed remorse on the scene in real time after she shot Daunte Wright, too. Is that something that the jury is supposed to take into consideration? What were they instructed about that?
Well, I don't know what the judge instructed them, but I know as a judge myself, I would tell them that you cannot in any way, shape, or form worry about what the sentence is going to be. That is for me to determine and not for you to worry about. And basically saying to them, don't worry about the consequences or the results of what you're going to be doing. So I'm sure that that's what they heard, and they took that with them into the deliberation room. This is a very, very unique case. Yeah. I think that on the one hand, it's very consistent with what we're seeing in courtrooms across this country, whether it's the Derek Chauvin case or the Kyle Rittenhouse case or the Jussie Smollett case. We've got a group of Americans who are not listening to these half-witted politicians who are deciding the cases based on the facts. This case was decided based on the facts and the law as presented to them. However, they could have made a different decision given what she said before she even shot him, which was taser, taser, taser. She was obviously nervous and inexperienced no matter how many years she had under her belt.
I mean, now that we know, right, which way the chips have fallen in this case, now that we know the verdict, do you think in hindsight it was a mistake maybe for the defense to bring her to the stand? Like if you were advising them and we were, going back in time, would you maybe keep her off the stand?
No. She was an incredible witness. She needed to say her piece. She did it. She did it remarkably well. She did it in a way where she connected with everyone. And I guarantee you, I heard reporting that there was a juror in tears. And I've had many juries in tears after the verdict. It's a very emotional moment for people after they've made a decision that is as weighty as these decisions are. She couldn't have done any better. It was, however, the law was instructed to them by the judge, and they're taking it very seriously. They're facing a holiday. I honestly was hoping that they would come back with a hung jury and or at least say, can we come back on Monday? Right now, people are thinking about the holidays, what they're cooking, what relatives are coming in, or, what the reaction's going to be. Let's put that aside. But it didn't happen that way. And we respect the verdict. We respect the jury. I think they could have come back on the man 2 instead of the man 1. And now the issue is the judge. I don't know what kind of judge she is. Will she sentence to the max of 15 years on man 1? I mean, I would think not. This is a woman who has never been accused of any wrongdoing, of committing any kind of excessive force. I'm sure that if you went into her personnel file, there's nothing in there. But the mitigating factor is that this was clearly a mistake. They didn't think about it. You talk about Alec Baldwin, right? A month later, after the shooting of Helena Hutchins, it's like, oh, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't this. This is immediate. This is spontaneous. This is considered incredibly trustworthy when it happens at the moment of the crime. So
Wow.
we'll see what the sentence will be.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, Judge, thanks so much for taking time out of your day for us. We appreciate it as always. We'll talk to you soon.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.